Hi, I'm Matt, and on today's Matt's World DIY, I'm making a delicious breakfast sandwich. It's got egg, it's got bacon, it's got cheese, and it's all served up on an English muffin. So let's get started. To get this dish started, I'm frying up 2 pieces of bacon, and I'm just going to have this cooked and then set it off to the side. And then I'm also going to put 2 slices of English muffin into my toaster and get that nice and cooked up as well, toasted up as well. This bacon looks like it's about ready to come out. So, you just make your bacon like you want it. If you like to have a real crispy bacon, make it crispy. If you want a bacon that has like a little snap to it, make your bacon with a little snap. I personally like mine a little, kind of in a happy medium place, a little snappy, a little crispy. So anyway, I'm putting that on a paper towel just to absorb some of the fat. And then I have some nice bacon renderings in my pan that I'll use to cook up my eggs in. So in a bowl, crack 2 eggs. I've got 2 large eggs, and I'm looking to make sure I don't get any shells in there. But if you do, scoop them out and you're all good. I don't know about you, but I have been trained just by watching news programs and watching documentaries and that kind of stuff just to make sure you don't get salmonella. So cook your eggs thoroughly and or wash your hands after you handle eggs and that type of thing. So I just washed my hands after cracking these eggs and I'm ready to go to town. So I've got my 2 eggs in a bowl. To this, I'm going to add, now you can season this however you like it. This is just the typical way I season my eggs for cooking. I'll put just a dash of Italian seasoning. Now you can just use basil. Fresh basil would be so good. I don't have any. So, so I'm just using a dash of Italian seasoning. I'm also going to crack some fresh black pepper into it. I put black pepper in almost everything except like chocolate cake. No, I don't. Okay. And then also I'm using some Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. It's just one of my best. My best. It's one of my favorites because it's got a nice, it's a nice seasoned salt. It's got a little cayenne in it. It's got some other flavorings that just really are delicious. I love them. So I have my eggs in a bowl with my seasonings. I'm going to whisk this up. Now, some people would like to add some milk to it or some water to it to add to the fluffiness, but I'm not doing that because the volume of these 2 eggs is going to be enough. It's actually going to be a very thick, tall egg sandwich. So I'm not adding anything more to it, just pure egg. While I'm preparing my egg mixture, I'm going to put my sliced, what's this called? English muffin. I'm going to put my sliced English muffin in the toaster. Now, if you want to use your favorite bread, you can do that. Or if you want to put your egg mixture on a tortilla and have like a breakfast taco. I use the same ingredients in my eggs when I'm making breakfast tacos too. But then I'll probably add some vegetables like some peppers and onions and that type of thing just to help it out. But for this, it's just like pure egg, cheese, bacon sandwich. So I'm going to put my English muffins in the toaster. So I have my my pan heating on my hot plate with my bacon renderings in there. It's going to flavor the eggs up really well. It'll be nice. Now you don't want your heat too high because the thing about cooking eggs is don't burn them. You have to be very careful with them. So don't have too high of a heat. And I'm thinking this is going to be just right. Okay, so here's my egg mixture. Okay, so when I poured it in, I got the slightest little sizzle. You don't want, if you hear like a scorching, you're probably going to be in a little bit of trouble. You're probably going to have burnt eggs. So thing about cooking eggs, you'll notice that as the sides start cooking up and firming up, just pull from the edge and get the uncooked portion of the liquid to distribute toward the edges. And then you can cook it that way. All while leaving or fluffing up where you're pulling everything in towards the middle of the pan. Now, it looks like it's sticking a little bit, but just pull it, pull it, pull it. And it's doing great. And the heat on this is not too high. So that's good. I'm noticing it's not too high. If it's too high, you're going to have burnt eggs. Years and years ago, when I was working at a health and wellness center in the restaurant, I had served up some eggs to a patron, a customer, and oh, there we go. Look at that, nice and not brown. It's good. Okay, so I was serving up some eggs to a patron, and she said, you know, these eggs are actually burnt. And I looked at them, I was like, really? I don't think that they're burnt. She said, if you cook eggs and they are brown, brown means that they're burnt. So if it's slightly golden, you're okay. I'm turning my heat off now because I don't want this to cook. To further cook, it will cook on its own just from the residual heat in the pan. But you'll notice I flipped mine because I just wanted to get, I don't like runny eggs. So I wanted to get that other side firmed up and cooked up. All right, so I'm going to place on my eggs, just on one side, I'm going to put my 2 strips of bacon. You see they're kind of crispy. And I'm going to take just a piece of American cheese. It's just, you can use grated sharp cheddar would be super wonderful. Any cheese that you want. I would really like to have some pepper jack on this, but I don't have pepper jack right now. You'll notice I have a little, my corner is taken out. It's because anytime I open up a slice of cheese, the dog needs the piece. So I gave him the little piece. I'm placing the cheese on one half of the side. I'm going to kind of like break the eggs in half so I can flip it over onto the cheese, and the heat is going to help melt that cheese for me. Now you'll notice it's a little golden brown, so that's kind of just enough. And I'm also going to create kind of like a, well, it already broke all the way in half, but what I would normally do is just put a little indentation into the egg so I can flip it over onto itself. So essentially you have 4 layers of egg all on itself. And I'm going to take this, place it on my English muffin. There is the basic egg sandwich as far as what I wanted to create for you today. So my egg sandwich is complete, it's finished, and it looks amazing. I cannot wait to bite into this. It's nice when you get that cheesy, gooey cheese coming out and everything. It's so delicious. But I like to take it one step further, and I like to put a little bit of chunky salsa on my egg sandwich. And so I just top it off with some of this salsa, and then cover that up, and you are ready to go to town and enjoy your breakfast. So there you have it, a basic yet perfect breakfast sandwich. It's got eggs and bacon and cheese all served up on a lovely toasted English muffin, and also served with a side of some fresh fruit of your choice. I chose apple today. This helps balance the whole thing out. I hope you get a chance to make this recipe, and if you like what I've got here for you today, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and offer up a comment or two. Also, if you enjoy my breakfast dishes, check out my other recipes on my breakfast playlist. I'll see you next time.